Tuesday, the 25th of June 2024, a day that promises not to be business as usual for Kenyans and Kenya. The major significance is double-barreled. On one end, there is the promise of a mega protest manifesting as youth-driven, peaceful demonstrations in numerous parts of the country in continuing calls for the rejection of the Finance Bill of 2024. On the other end, and directly related, the National Assembly will be voting on the controversial proposed law, which to the many who are against it is an unjustified additional burden on an already wary and beat-down populace, and more to that, by a government whose usage of these hard-earned taxes, they say, is not prudent or well prioritized. Taxes must be levied to enable the government to pay for key services across sectors, as well as meet its financial commitments, including national debt. However, immense suffering is driving hordes of charged young people to protest against the government. During and after the public participation on the taxes, many called for the rejection of the finance bill, either in totality or parts of it. However, the majority of MPs went ahead and voted for it, sailing it through the second reading. It is laudable that Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has made it known that the planned protests for tomorrow will be allowed, if peaceful. He has stated the obvious legal position, but based on previous situations on the ground, things could be different. The police chiefs and their juniors are known to use brute force against even peaceful protesters, and just last week, 2 young men have been confirmed dead, many others injured, and some are being abducted and claimed to have been tortured. It does not augur well for the country, for the authorities to ignore the people's genuine pleas and, more so, dismiss them in a condescending, dismissive, and demeaning manner. However, what we have witnessed in the past few days is blatant police brutality. The officers have pounced on and arrested peaceful demonstrators. The freedoms of movement, association, and expression are cardinal rights the police must respect. But even after all these concerning incidents, not a word from the relevant authorities regarding the same. These developments are alarming and have informed calls for dialogue and pleas for the government to listen to the people's grievances. The clerics have articulated a position that many agree with, that though the country cannot run without taxes, excessive levies are unacceptable. Again, we reiterate, the security agents must also desist from using excessive force against peaceful protesters. For unity and national stability and prosperity, a solution needs to be found. But it should not be through toxicity, barrels of guns in the hands of trigger-happy officers, or lawlessness of any kind. That is the memo.